Welcome back to another edition of 5 Minute Salute, where we have a chance to interview watchstanders and veteran safe places that are pushing back the darkness in regards to veteran suicide. And this program has been brought to you by the Firewatch, who is providing these trainings to individuals and businesses to recognize risk factors and warning signs for veterans who might be in crisis. And today we have a special guest, Ron Gamble from Veterans United Craft Brewery. Welcome, Ron.
Oh, thanks, Scott. I appreciate it and glad to be here.
So we are so excited to have you just to kind of share a little bit about Veterans United Brewery and the great things you are doing in our community, and the fact that you guys are a veteran safe place and that you've gone through that training that the Firewatch has offered. But first, tell us a little bit about Veterans United Craft Brewery.
Okay, so my name is Ron Gamble. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I served 8 years active duty, 4 years in the reserve. I was a naval flight officer flying jets off of aircraft carriers. Every generation of my family has served as far back as the Spanish-American War. So being in the military and being a veteran has been something I've been very passionate about. And we started the brewery in 2013, opened for business in 2014. It's called Veterans United Craft Brewery. It's veterans coming together to share our passion for craft beer and also our experiences in service. So
excellent. Well, we are just thrilled that you had a chance to bring some beers to show off. And
oh, definitely.
And, I know I've had a chance to experience it from this end as well. And we just love what you are doing in the community. Mm-hmm. What made it an easy jump for you and for Veterans United Craft Brewery to become a veteran safe place?
Okay, well, first of all, 80 or 85% of my employees are veterans, so we all have that shared common experience. And through the years, I've met some employees, some customers who have served, and also I've had some issues after leaving service. So it is something that we've had to deal with in some of our employees, and this was something important. I felt if my employees, both the back end, those that brew, and those on the front end that manage the tap room, if they could, be aware of the signs of someone in distress, it would be great. Because, like I said, there's a lot of customers that come through our door, and when they have a beer and they sit down, they tend to share their experiences, and that's where I think we need to be a little bit more aware of as they share the experiences. Could this person be, of harm to themselves or others? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and it's so important to be ever so vigilant, especially for our heroes, and even heroes need heroes, don't they?
They do. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about those, maybe who haven't served our country in uniform, about some of those transitional issues that a veteran might deal with when they're taking on civilian life.
So when I got out in 95 from active duty, what I felt was you had this huge amount of responsibility on your shoulders when you were in service. And when you get out into the civilian world, that responsibility, it goes away, but you crave it. You want more and more responsibility. And I think a lot of folks, including myself, had a hard time transitioning because you feel like you're taking a step back. And I think that people need to understand that you may have to take that step back to get 2 steps ahead, because you've learned a lot in the military and a lot can be applied, but there's so much in the civilian world, whether it be marketing and finances and other things, that you need to relearn, or you need to learn for the first time. So I think a lot of veterans get frustrated. They were NCOs or officers, and now suddenly they feel like I don't have that responsibility anymore. But they need to understand that it's fine. It's okay. You're now learning another career, and to be successful, you may need to take that step back. But again, you'll accelerate faster than maybe your peers would, given your military experience. So don't get discouraged, is what I'm saying. But you're going to have to learn a new job, a new career, and that's going to be tough.
Absolutely. So businesses like Veterans United Craft Brewery have a chance to provide that support, especially for those who might be struggling in a crisis. We know that veterans don't go into a crisis just for any one reason. It's usually much more complicated than that. There's a lot of things to navigate, including a new job and some new skill sets maybe that they're having to acquire. So what would be one thing that you would say to veterans, maybe veteran family members who would be struggling in this kind of crisis, maybe even wrestling with suicidal thoughts?
Yeah, I would say you're not alone. So that is the key takeaway. We've all gone through some element of stress. And so, talk to your brothers and sisters out there who've served. We're here to help, even if it's just to lend an ear. But by being part of the Watchstander program, now we myself and some of my employees have now learned what they can do to take the next steps to get that person some help.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And the more businesses that come together and build that network of watchstanders and veteran safe places, the better our veterans will be who might be in crisis.
Correct.
So thank you so much for attending those trainings and really just promoting being a veteran safe place to our veterans and providing that network for them of support.
Oh, definitely. And one thing I would like to bring up, so in working with the Fire Watch and the Watchstander program with Nick, we've tried to raise awareness about the program. And one of the things we did last year was we brewed a beer for them, and we were able to get it out to market to various bars and restaurants on draft only. And what we did was to try to, to recruit for the Watchstander program, was we had these QR codes on the back. Well, it was good. It was successful. But this year we amped it up a little bit, and we wanted to get into more people's hands because not everyone goes out to bars and restaurants to drink. So what we did was this year we put it into 12-ounce cans, and every can has that same QR code on it that people are encouraged to scan it on their phone and then to learn more about the Watchstander program, or hopefully, register to go through the training. So it's just another way to get the word out to folks who may not hear about it at their work or in their personal circle, but maybe if they're at Publix or Winn-Dixie and they see that on the shelf, they'll go, hey, well, that's kind of interesting beer. And as they start to read it and turn the can, I think I'll scan it. Tell me more about it. And it was so successful. We released this beer into the market. It's already, for the most part, gone through the channels. I believe the only place right now who's getting the last shipment in is Total Wine here in town. But it's one that we plan to continue and hopefully raise awareness in the months and years ahead through what we can do as a brewery. So excellent.
What a wonderful and creative way to get the message out. So fantastic. Putting it in the hands of those who might want to know more. Thank you again, Ron, for sharing what you guys are doing at Veterans United. And thank you again for joining us for 5 Minute Salute. I do want to direct you to thefirewatch.org, where you or your organization can go through the Watchstander training. It's 30 to 45 minutes. It is free, and you will be equipped with some of the skill sets to recognize risk factors and warning signs for veterans who might be in crisis. And who knows, maybe as a veteran safe place, we'll be able to have you on this show as well and to provide an interview and celebrate what you are doing in the community.